I was just saying about the hatred against Nigerians. Trust me, you are getting the wrong narrative, because the reality is that people don't hate you guys or they are not jealous of you guys. People have they have something wrong with your traits. Wherever you go around the world, even in India, you saw what happened. They deported Nigerians.
But they
It is
deported
said that
everybody. But it's
8,000.
not no no. But it's not just Nigerians though. They deported a lot
It
of
was
people.
Nigerians, check. And they say
But no no no
8,000
no no no.
Nigerians
Yeah, but
have been
Tebogo is
incarcerated in
Tebogo.
China's
Listen,
Chinese prisons.
is it just Nigerians?
I'm not saying
Only
it's just them,
Nigerians.
but it's mostly
So
it's them
so
who are
so
dominating the powder industries.
yeah, but that's not true. That is not true again. It's not Nigerians that
It's true.
dominate. No,
Check.
no, it's not true. Listen to me, Tebogo. I don't want us to argue, but it's not true.
All right.
You're spewing wrong narratives, which is what I'm talking about. Nigerians do not dominate the powder industry. The powder industry globally is dominated by South Americans. It's dominated by Oyibos. It's dominated by Asians. It's not dominated by Nigerians. Even in
Okay,
South
but they are
Africa,
dominating
no, no,
locally.
no. Even no, no, no. Let me explain. Even the powder industry in South Africa is not dominated by Nigerians. It's dominated by South Africans.
Yes,
Like,
but they are
like
working with
yeah,
Nigerians.
so
Trust
so
me.
so so why so why do you focus on the Nigerians? That's my point.
I'm
You
not.
just
No, I'm not focused on them. They are contributing to our problems instead of guiding us.
but okay,
If a
okay, wait,
person
wait, wait,
maybe
wait, wait.
is
Tebogo, let's be logical here, please. So I just established the powder industry is not dominated by Nigerians. You agree with me? Because it's the fact. The powder industry, the bulk of the powder is coming from South America. Actually, for
okay.
powder to come into any country, it has to come through a citizen.
Okay.
So
So
my point is,
I'm a half.
why are we focusing on Nigerians specifically when it's a whole bunch? Whites are in there,
But
South Africans are in there. Why
but look at it.
Nigerians?
Look at it. Every time when they find people smuggling drugs in airports around the world, whether it's India, it's always a Nigerian. Even in who's
It's
this?
not always a
No,
Nigerian.
that girl. No, that girl from Botswana who was sentenced to death penalty. They say she was working with her Nigerian boyfriend. Even in Kenya, people smuggling drugs as Nigerians. Here in South Africa, as Nigerians. Even in India, in Cambodia, I think they sentence 3 Nigerians to death penalty for drug trafficking. If it's not drug trafficking, even the stats, it's not me who says it, but the stats. It says that
That
Nigeria
is
is a
simply
country
not
with the
true.
most
That
scammers in
is
the
no no no
world.
no no. Tebogo, are you gonna listen to me? Because we're gonna
I'm
have
listening.
facts. Look, I've got my laptop here. Shall we do some research?
Yes, do search. Country with most scammers in the world is Nigeria number one, and India is the second to.
Okay. I don't doubt you that Nigeria is up there. So I'm looking at I cannot show I have my phone here, so I'm looking at my okay. So top 10 fraud countries. Okay? Number one, India. Okay? Number two, Brazil. Number three, Pakistan. Number four, South Africa. Number five, Morocco. Number six, Romania. Number seven, Nigeria. Number eight, Venezuela. Number nine, China. Number 10, the Philippines.
Trust me, in South Africa, those fraudsters, trust me, is mostly Nigerians. They're even SMSing us with Vodacom messages,
But
promising
that's
us rewards.
no, but then again, that's not
I was
true.
a victim. I was a
Listen to
victim.
me, bro. But see,
All
Taboga,
right.
I'm gonna drop you. I'm gonna drop you because I don't like this. I don't like this. I was a victim. I don't know you personally. I'm speaking from data.
All right. All right. Okay.
I was a
Speak.
victim. I don't know you, but you're wrong. And this is my issue. A lot of from what I've gotten from a lot of South Africans, I think there's just an insidious hate for Nigerians because you just agree because it's very unfair for you to completely ignore that there's a whole supply chain in anything, and but you zone in on the Nigerians and you say that it's always Nigerians involved, but so are South Africans involved in it. I'm not justifying. I am not. Don't get me wrong. I am not justifying it.
Understand.
What I am
Understand.
saying, is it's not just Nigeria. There are Indians involved, but do the Indians get as much focus as the Nigerians get? There are other South Africans, black South Africans involved. Do the black South Africans get the attention as well? But why
They
the
stereotype
zoning
us
in on
for xenophobic.
Nigerians? That's my
No,
focus. Like
it's a
I
fact.
just feel like, yeah, go ahead.
And also in the Filipinos, okay, when it comes to like making children everywhere in the world, I think it's them who are dominating. They say in the Filipino, majority of the Filipino women who have children with Africans. They say most of their fathers are Nigerians. Even here in South Africa, they are having concubines. Even in Kenya, I don't know what they are trying to achieve by planting a seed. And a lot of them, they are absent fathers. I
I
also had
think
a
I
conversation with one of your country women, a TV girl, yeah, a TV. The TV, the Bantu tribe in your country. This TV girl, she said it herself that she doesn't like this whole thing of Nigerians making babies everywhere they go in the world. I commented, I said, Nigerians have babies everywhere, even here in South Africa, especially the Igbos. She never tried to defend them. She says it's truth and she doesn't like it because no, seriously, it's everywhere. They make babies, they scam people,
oh
they
my god.
check. And also
Tebogo,
in America,
Tebogo.
if there are a
Yeah.
lot of fraudsters, trust me, the FBI, they
Yeah.
arrested Nigerian guys who are scamming people online. In Germany, they arrested Nigerians who are scamming people on online dating and all that. Double check. You'll find out that it's them. Even
Look,
here in
look.
South Africa, they are.
Can I,
Even here in South Africa,
are we having a conversation, or are we just gonna have a monologue?
no, we're having it. We're having it. I'm not blaming Nigerians specifically. I'm just asking you to please do yourself a favor.
No, no,
Like,
no.
please. No,
Tebogo,
like
Tebogo.
self introspect yourself, please. Self
When you say,
introspect
can
yourself.
you
Even
listen?
me, I
Okay, bro.
don't.
God damn
Okay,
it,
okay.
man. Fuck me. Jesus Christ. Listen, please. So, sorry to mute you. I just wanted to mute. I needed to. I don't. I needed to talk to. I want us to have a back and forth, Tebogo. You know,
Okay.
you clearly have a bias towards Nigerians, which is fine. But everything you said is not correct. Are Nigerians involved? Yes. But it's not just Nigerians. So why the focus on Nigerians? That's my curiosity. That's what I care about. That's what I want to know.
No,
Because no, let me make my points, bro. I swear I'll give you 5 minutes to talk. I swear.
all
Just let me
right.
talk.
I'm waiting.
Because the thing is this. I feel like this because I lived in South Africa for 5 years, just so you know. I was in Pretoria. Now,
All right.
I'm not in South Africa currently. There's something about Nigerians that triggers a lot of black African. There's a lot of background noise from you, Tebogo. Okay, just mute. Let me talk, please.
All right.
Just unmute you. So we've established that even in the powder business, it's not only Nigerians. South Africans are involved in the powder business. Indians are involved in the powder business. Whitey, in fact, the biggest drug dealer in South Africa is a white guy. He's not even a Nigerian. We've established that in the supply chain, Nigerians are a part of it, but Nigerians are not even the top ones. So that's that aside. Even when there's a deportation happening, yes, some Nigerians do horrible things, but it's not just Nigerians. So my point is, why the focus? You've not answered my question, Tebogo. My question is, why the zero in on Nigerians? That's my question. Could you please answer? And I'll give you 5 minutes to make your point, sir. Go on.
No, I'm not saying it's not about the focus. It's on Nigerians. Look at the reality. Look at the media. Look at, like, if you ask a lot of countries around the world about Nigerians, okay, some of them will tell you positive, but they'll mostly tell you negative. Like, there was a countryman yourself. He made a video, and he said, "Is it really a necessity that every time when you tell people that I am a Nigerian, what comes to their minds first is this guy must be selling powder. He must be a scammer, especially the scamming part. The scamming part, like people are like they are aware that it's mostly you guys. Even yeah, like they always ask themselves that question. It's not about the fact that we're pointing you guys with fingers. Even us South Africans, there are people pointing us with fingers, saying that no, South Africans are xenophobic. They use the term xenophobic every time when you say, what, we want foreigners to leave because we have our own issues to solve. That's what people know us for. And just as much as you say people are jealous of you Nigerians, even we South Africans feel like other Africans are jealous for us, because they'll say, no, South Africans are praising their slave masters. But those are the very same Africans that come to South Africa and get jobs from those very white men, you see.
Okay,
So,
I have a question.
Right.
So would it be safe to say if I see a South African, then I can say that South African has HIV most likely?
Most likely. Okay, to be honest, we have the fourth. Last time I checked, we have the fourth highest rate of HIV in the world, but the highest number in numbers. Yes, we have the highest in Africa. Not in Africa. I
No,
mean
no,
in the
no, no,
world.
no, no. I'm just asking. I'm using your logic for
Yes.
Nigerians. So I'm saying I'm pointing the
Yes.
finger back at you. So like you said, if you see a Nigerian, the first thing that comes to mind is, oh, he's probably a scammer. And I'm probably asking you now, if
Scammer.
a person sees a South African, and the person is like, oh, that South African probably has AIDS. Do you think that's fair?
Yes. No, it wouldn't be fair. You should obviously ask questions, but to be honest, many people around the world, they're complaining about you guys, not us South Africans. I'm not saying we are perfect. We make mistakes too, even in foreign countries. I remember that story of one of our, I think it was our country ladies who were found with drugs in China. You see, yes, they make mistakes, but like every time when you hear these stories, it's always pointing at you. I'm not saying we are
I mean,
perfect. Like our citizens, like look at them, the ones who are diaspora. They say out of a population of 64 million, there's 915,000 South Africans. 915,000 South Africans diaspora, but you don't hear negative stories about us all over the world. Is because most of our citizens, they go there legally and they respect the law. Yes, some of them make
but
mistakes,
if I may, okay,
but
okay,
as for
okay, okay.
Nigerians, it's too much.
Okay, Tebogo, I'm going to break your heart with this, okay?
All
I'm sorry
right,
to say
no
this,
problem.
but and I'm not trying to be rude, but I work off facts. Most of the South Africans with passports are white. They're not black South Africans. And most of the South Africans that travel abroad are white South Africans. And a lot of them, no, I'm telling you the truth. A lot, and you can check it. You can Google it. It's what race of South Africans have the highest number of passport. So most of them are white, and most of them are typically they visit. They don't how do I put this? They are typically either living in the UK, living in Australia, living somewhere else. They're white. They're not black. So my point is,
That's true.
no, it's the truth. You can check it. Somebody say it's not true. You can
Yeah,
Google it.
but
Most
yes, but there are also black South Africans who
there
are
are
living
some. No.
diaspora.
They are. I'm saying
Yes,
of that number that you mentioned,
yes,
more than 50%
it's
of
true.
them, or more than 60% are whiteys. They are not black South
Yeah,
Africans.
but
Okay,
but let
so
me also tell you this truth, and it might hurt, Nepa. Don't get offended. Yes,
sure.
black South Africans, yes, they don't travel all over the world, not because they don't want to travel. It's because a lot of us, like the things we have in our country, are the ones that are making us ask ourselves, why should we go to that country in
Yeah,
Africa? Why should we
fair
go
enough.
there? Why should we
No,
go
no,
there?
I understand,
But
but don't
as
is
for
that a
you
good thing?
Nigerians, it's not about that. A lot of you guys are leaving your country because of the high poverty rate that's going
Yeah,
on in your country, even the
true,
corrupt leadership. Yes,
true.
I know both our countries are collapsed. It's just that your one has already collapsed. Ours, it's in the
Yeah,
process.
yeah.
You also
I
what
mean,
happened with Cyril Ramaphosa.
yours is in process of collapse. If not, thanks for the white man. We have to be honest. You really, and I'm not trying to be rude, but you better be kissing the white man's
Yeah,
ass there. I swear.
no, you're
You better,
right.
you better, you
Thanks
better
for
be
the
kissing
white
the
man.
ass. You better be
Yeah,
kissing your
yeah,
ass because
but your
if
people
not,
are
if not
also
for them,
crossing the
oh,
Mediterranean
of
Sea
course, of
into
course, of
Europe,
course,
into a
of
white
course.
man's world. You see, so we
Yes,
are both the
yeah.
same, and your leaders are puppets of the
I
Western
don't
world.
know.
You see, and
I
our
don't know
leaders.
if. Okay, I'm gonna mute you, bro. You gotta let me talk. It's my life. But my point is, you have to understand this. You know, Nigeria is a mess, but it's my mess. You understand me? At the very, if you ask me, Tebogo, honestly, if you ask me, what situation would I want? Your situation or my situation? I think I would choose my situation because it's my mess. Nigeria is messy, but guess what? It's my mess. It's my mess. The foreigners in Nigeria don't run Nigeria. They run it to an extent, but I don't think you. I know if I'm being honest, because at the end of the day, yes, you might have what you think is beneficial, but how much of it do you really control, though? How much of it do you really control?
Okay,
Is
last
that
time I
is that
checked, no, last time I checked, okay, we contributed 4% to the country's economy. That's a fact. A lot of my people, they just think like your people. They don't have a self-sufficient mindset. You see, so we are both on the same level, and you can't say who's better than who. You know,
I don't
sometimes.
think we're on the same level. I don't think we're on the same level, bro. I don't think
No,
so.
think about it. I'd rather
I
be
don't think so.
oppressed by. Think about it. I'd rather be oppressed by a white man in my own country rather than a black man. But in your country, you guys are being oppressed by your own black leaders who are puppets of the West. In South Africa, we no, think about it. In South Africa, we are being oppressed by our black leaders who are puppets of either the Western world or the white man who's here with us, watching us. You know, it's like if we black South Africans tomorrow we decide to withdraw from our failures and succeed, what's gonna happen? The white man is there watching us. He's gonna wanna fight us. It's a fact. We are no better.
Yo,
I'm not. Yeah, I'm
bro.
not. Look, I'm not
I'm
defending my
done.
South African.
I'm
I'm being
done,
honest with
bro.
you.
I'm
We are
done.
in the
Sorry.
same. It's a fact.
You, Tebogo,
But
you want
take
to
your
take back what you
country.
just said? You want to take back what you just said?
No, I'm saying your leaders. They are Western puppets,
No. Yeah, they are
and they're
puppets. Yes, they are
oppressing you.
puppets.
Yeah.
Yes, true,
They're
true.
oppressing.
But
Even here
yes,
in South Africa, it's the same. Our leaders are protecting Western interests and white interests in this country. You see, so either ways, you guys, at least we are being oppressed by other people like who are watching us here,
and
but you
that's
guys are being
better.
oppressed.
And that's
No,
better.
what's worse than being oppressed by other people is when your own people oppress you. Think about it. Think about it. You know, I mean, even your country has a long history of slave trade, and most of these slave trade they were implemented by your country's kings and chiefs, and even like the history of African Americans whose ancestors came from Nigeria. They say most of their ancestors were either Igbo or Yoruba people, not the Hausa and the Fola, because the Hausa and the Fola they were not subjected to slave trade like Igbo Yoruba because they were Muslims, you know. So adult slave traders targeted the Igbo Yorubans who were actually
No.
members of the
There's
traditional
no
faith.
point for that. Okay. Tebogo. I want to make something
You
very
see,
clear. This is
so
not.
you
It's
have
not
a
a.
history of doing that. That's why the human
Listen.
trafficking it's out of hand in your country. And the worst part is that you are bringing it here to South Africa. Your people are human trafficking our girls and using girls as young as 12 as sex slaves. You see,
Wow.
it's a fact.
Really.
So
Wow.
let's not behave like one is better, or maybe some
Nobody.
people are just bashing
No.
Nigerians.
Are you gonna listen to me, or you just want to
Yes,
spew
I
everything
will.
out? You
I'm
promise you're
listening.
gonna let me talk. You're gonna let me talk for 2 minutes or what?
I promise.
Okay, please mute.
Okay.
Okay, so this is not a competition. It's not a competition to see because we are both oppressed. And Tebogo, I would if I'm gonna be oppressed, I'd rather have a guy that looks like me oppress me. But you just said you'd rather have a white man oppress you than a black man oppress you. I mean, I kind of see what you mean, but bro, and I'm like, yo, bro, what the fuck are you saying? Like, did you hear what you said? I mean, like,
No, yes, I heard myself. I hurt myself. I mean, let me give you an example of
Oh,
something. What's worse? Okay,
Tebogo.
okay. What's worse than a man who rapes a woman it's a woman who traps another woman to be trapped by a man, an enemy on the inside. An enemy on the inside is more dangerous than the enemy on the outside. They say a sheep, it is scared that it might get eaten by a wolf, but at the end, it's a shepherd who eats it. So it's the same thing with your country. Yes, you guys are afraid of the Western world doing one, two, three, but at the end, the most dangerous people are your leaders who allow themselves to be pulled by the strings by these Western people. Even here in South Africa, yes, white people maybe like one day, even if they were to oppress us, they trust me, they are not the most dangerous people. The most dangerous people, it's our leaders who are busy allowing these people to use them as a tool to protect white interests. And this is something that we need to talk about and deal with, because I was telling people that yes, I'm not against African unity. I want us to unite, but not at the expenses of one country or one nation. And we
Which
must
expense of
also
which
unite,
country? Okay. Let's
because
have it.
no, the reality
Tebogo,
of the
wait,
truth
wait,
is
wait,
that
wait,
the whole of Africa
Tebogo,
wants to
wait.
come to South Africa. That's the
That's not
problem.
true. That's not
It's
true.
true.
It's
Everyone
not
is
true.
here.
Who
Look
told
at
you
the
everybody
stats.
was? Man, please
Look at the
calm down,
stats.
man.
Look at the
Calm
stats. South
down, bro.
Africa has
Oh, please calm down. Stop hyping yourself up. Who told you the whole of Africa wants to come to South Africa? That's a lie. That's a lie. Don't you guys read? Come on, Tebogo. Like, listen, I don't have time for flimsy discussions. If you want to talk, let's talk. Most Africans are in their countries. Most Nigerians are in Nigeria. Most Ghanaians are in Ghana. Most Zimbabweans are in Zimbabwe. Most Congolese are in Congo. What are you talking about? That's a lie. Where did you
no.
get all this feed? See,
No,
no,
like even
Tebogo, listen. Tebogo, listen. Let me
all
explain
right,
to
I'm
you.
listening.
Let me explain. Most Africans don't want to come to South Africa and stay. Who told you that? If I'm being honest with
They
you,
are
Tebogo,
coming.
I'm gonna drop you. Should I drop you, bro, so you let me talk?
No. We'll continue. Let's continue.
Most Africans don't even think of South Africa as much as you think they think of. Like, if I'm being honest with you, like I'm being very honest with you. Like, this idea that every single African wants to come to South Africa, that's not true. Like, like I don't get it. Like, I think a lot of Black South Africans need to understand that most Africans aren't really thinking of you like that. Most people are too busy focused on their life. You understand? So where did you get this idea that most Africans want to come to South Africa because of unity? Who told you that? Where did you get that? Where did you get that information from?
No, but look at the videos. A lot of Africans, even Pan-Africanists, they come in here and say, no, let's unite as Africans. I was like, a lot of South Africans, they say, yes, we can unite, but not at the expenses of South Africa, but the
What
expenses
does
of all of us. And
what
this
does
thing
that mean?
that South Africa has the most
No, wait,
immigrants.
wait, wait,
Look
wait,
at the
wait.
stats.
Expense of South
Look,
Africa.
Africa with the, I mean,
How?
the country with the most
How?
immigrants in Africa.
No, no,
South
but
Africa.
wait. So
Most
how?
Zimbabweans are here. Harare is
Tebogo.
empty right now because most Zimbabwe. Okay,
Oh,
okay.
that's a
I'm
lie.
listening.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a bullshit lie. Most Africans are not even thinking of South Africa.
You're
That's a
being
lie.
denial.
I'm not
Accept
being
the
denial. It's a
reality, man.
fact. It's a lie.
Accept the reality. Go to
See, let me.
Hillbrow in
No,
Johannesburg.
no, no. But you
80% of
have to.
people
You
there
have
are
to.
foreigners.
You have to understand something, Tebogo. You are playing right into the hands of the whitey. The white people in South Africa, this is what they want from you. They want you to see Africans as your enemy so that they can control you. But this idea that Africans want to come to South Africa and unite with South Africa, that's not true. I think most African countries are uniting with themselves, with their neighbors. Like take Sahel Alliance, for example. You have Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. These countries are close together. So I don't think people in Gambia, for example, want to collaborate and unite with South Africa. I don't think that's also a lot of African countries have a no visa policy with South Africa. You understand? You understand? I'm gonna jump it, bro. I don't have time for that. So most African countries, like I think I saw Ghana has a no visa requirement with Ghana and South Africa for the longest. How many Ghanaians do you see flooding South Africa? Not a lot. Most people stay in their countries. You understand? So I don't understand this idea that that every single African wants to go to South Africa. That's not true. I don't understand this idea that this fear of I don't understand. This is what gets me. I don't like talking about people's countries, but one thing I've been getting from South Africans a lot is that this fear that the whole of Africa wants to come to their country. That's not true. Most Africans are focused on their own countries. Most Africans are traveling. Yes, Nigerians travel a lot. Sure, we go for better opportunities, but that's because our country is good. It's just not good for you if you're poor or you're not rich. So this idea that Africans want to come to South Africa to take over South, it's a lie. And I'm telling you, I'm telling the South Africans that care to listen that stop believing this narrative, because that is a divisive narrative.